strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. At the 25-yard line. Mayfield now. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Murray, and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there. They forced the incompletion.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns! But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Beckham. Nifty running by Beckham. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
That catch good for only a couple. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for the Charger touchdown. For Justin Herbert, we saw the big arm in his days at Oregon, of course. Saw it even more in his rookie season with the Chargers. And if anything, it appears to just continue to get stronger.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield. And you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd and 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Handoff comes to Chubb. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Bulldozes past him. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Here we go. Here we go.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. On 2nd down, Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. 49 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Herbert. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a run with Anderson. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Trey McKinney with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield to throw it. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 50, here's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Herbert now, right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Herbert operating from the red zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To the air again, Herbert. Touchdown! Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Coach. Thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Austin Eckler got hurt last year, missed 6 games, but still finished with 54 catches, the 5th most by a running back in the NFL. But remember this, 2019, 92 catches. This guy's a definite threat out of the backfield.
He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now a give running left to Eckler. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Jalen Guyton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 7 yards. First down. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Mayfield down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught by OBJ. Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup coach.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. It's complete to Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great start to the second quarter. Better than 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Running on first down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Check. 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 Check.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A first down throw for Mayfield. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Check. Mike 42. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going up top. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. First down. Mayfield with it once more. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.